Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick rough video of my morning process. I grab a coffee, favorite blend, and then I have a look through the icons and I pick some icons that I feel like drawing. Obviously the good old arrow is the one that we draw a fair bit, so you should be quite familiar with that one.
Does anyone remember who I am?
And I'm always looking at the shading on there. Is there something I need to learn about the shading? Is there something I need to learn about the construction of these icons? And then I just pick one. So I'll start off a little warm-up. So I'll just start with a simple one with the arrow. Got my pens at the ready. And I'm just going to draw an arrow. Remember, when we draw the arrows, we always draw the lines parallel, and we draw the head of the arrow and we split the arrow in two down the middle, and then we join up.
You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3,
The head of the arrow, and then our shading. So I'm going to hold the pen like this, and then move it to there, and draw down from there. So that's how I draw the arrow, the shading. And then you can usually fit 2 icons on this one. I'll have a go at drawing the cactus. So I usually start with this one, thinking about positioning. So I'm going to draw the ground level. And then first of all, I'm going to draw this part of the cactus. And this part. Something like that. And obviously we can see all these little prickles on the cactus. Obviously they don't have to be exactly right. Got a few spikes. Add a few extra if you want. And there we go. And then I'm looking at the shading, and I can see it's got like a depth.
And the guy who runs it figures the averages all day long and all night long. Once in a while,
Shadow like that. Of course, it extends a little bit longer there.
but if you stay
And then
long enough,
I could draw the shading
once you've lost, there's no way back.
on the right hand side. Now this is where I make it easier for myself. You can do it with that, but if you want to make it easier, get one of these bad boys. This makes it much easier for doing more intricate shading, shadows like that. So now I've drawn cactus and an arrow. Whoops. And then I might have a crack at the third one on here, which was kind of like the helming wheel on a ship. For this one, we're not using the overlapping technique here. So I'm going to use the start point, biggest shape first. Draw the circle. Within the circle, I'm going to put that part of the helming wheel. Quite tricky this one, because you've got to think about what would be roughly in the center, and then I'm looking at each of the bars on the wheel, where they located, and just kind of connecting them up. They just extend slightly beyond the circle. One straight down, and then one out to the side here. Something like that. I'm not getting too fussy with it. And then it's got a little bit of shadow there, or volume I should say there, and then there's some volume here as well. And that's the wheel. And if you've got that icon pack, then I look at the back and then have a look at different meanings that it can have. So steering wheel or helming wheel, steering, management, leadership, direction, decision, strategy, course. There's some options for that. The arrow, it's really hard to see the blue on blue. Objective, direction, orientation, effect, instruction, connection, movement, change. And you can obviously think of your own. And then we've got the cactus here. Dryness, desert, serenity, defense, resisting. So then I just kind of have another sip of coffee. And then I think about, what could I put together? Which ones could I maybe put together to create some sort of meaning? And I'm going to try, I'll try these two, just because it's kind of interesting. You could sort of create a desert scene with different options, different choices to go down. You could sort of use an arrow theme instead of using whatever these parts of the cactus are called. You could use arrows instead, might be pointing to something. Or trying to think how I could integrate those two. May have been slightly challenging. And then something just popped to mind. What about combining a feature of the cactus with the arrow? So you might have a process that's kind of like I guess a difficult or a prickly process in your organization. So then I'm drawing my arrow using the bikablo technique, the way we taught you. Joining these up. Then do my shading. Oops. And then my prickly process, onboarding. Could be a problem in your organization. Yeah. Does that work? Maybe. Anyway, this is how I use them. It doesn't take long. I'm not sure how long this video is. Maybe 10 minutes. But just having a think about how I can draw the icons, just practice which ones make sense for me to use in my context or my organization. And then I think about different meanings and how I could create some sort of meaning by creating two or more. I hope it's helpful. Hope you enjoyed the music. I'll put this into the Telegram chat for you. And remember, this week is all about play. Sorry, no, it's not. It's all about draw, which is just about output, practice, and quantity rather than quality. So we're separating output from reflection and critique. Have fun and talk soon. Cheers. Bye.